Today on the Cardinal Sports Network, we bring you varsity softball as your Lawrence Cardinals will be taking on the Robbinsville Ravens. We join the game already in progress. We're just entering the bottom of the first inning. No runs scored so far. Out on the mound for the Redbirds, it's Lexi Lopez, and first batter she'll face from the Cardinals, Hope Lestitian. Looked like an attempted bunt there by Lestitian. That one goes by for strike one. And that was called ball one. 1-1 the count now to Lestitian. There's a called strike, makes it a 1-2 count now against Lestitian. And that's another ball. Makes it a 2-2 count to Lestitian. Swing and a miss for Lestitian, and that's out number one against the Cardinals. Next up to bat for the Cardinals, it'll be Peyton Valentino. Valentino steps into the batter's box. Lopez delivers a pitch, and that's in there for called strike. 0-1 the count. That's going to be low for ball one. Makes it a 1-1 to count to Lopez now. Check swing, but that one goes by for strike two against Valentino. Another check swing and another called strike. That's going to send Valentino back to the dugout. Next up, Zoe Hartman batting for the Cardinals. Couple practice swings and she'll step into the batter's box. Here's the pitch. And that'll be ball one. That one's in there for a called strike, makes it a 1-1 count. Lopez with the pitch. Check swing for a ball. 2-1 the count now for Hartman. And that's a grounder head over towards first base, and she'll be thrown out or tagged out at first for the third out.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
That will bring us to the top of the second inning with Bailey Schaefer on the mound for the Cardinals. First batter she'll face is Lexi Lopez, the pitcher for the Robbinsville Ravens. First pitch to Lopez is in there for strike one. This time it's going to be called for a ball. 1-1 the count now to Lopez. Lopez gets a hold of that one, but it's going to drift foul. That'll count as a strike. 1-2 the count now to Lopez. Lopez with a hit right up the middle, and she'll get on first with a single. Next batter up for the Ravens will be Aubrey Sagar. Sagar steps into the batter's box. And that's hit right over to third base. Oh, that one gets away. Error by the Cards allows a single and the runner to advance to second base. So now Ravens with 2 runners on base. Next up to bat for the Ravens will be Ariana Tomlinson. First pitch to Tomlinson. She shows bunt but pulls it back. Runners hold on first and second. Want to know the count? Here's the pitch. That one's in there for a strike to make it a 1-1 count. Tomlinson back in the batter's box. Here's the pitch. She shows bunt again and pulls it back once more. Ball 2. And runners still holding on first and second. Tomlinson at the ready. Just a little wide. Makes it a 3-1 count. That was hit over to third base. Tag's made. Throw to first is high. Another error there for the Cards. But 1 out on the play. Runners now at first and third. Next up to bat for the Ravens will be Jordan Grodsky. Foul tip, strike 1. Grodsky has a runner in scoring position on third. Good opportunity here for the Ravens to take the lead in this game. Here's a pitch. That's going to be wide for a ball. 1-1 the count now to Grodsky. That one's going to be popped foul over towards the parking lot, but lands in the visitors' bleachers, and one of the parents nice enough to catch it and throw it back. 1-2 the count now to Grodsky. That one's fouled up the third baseline. Count remains 1-2. High and outside for ball 2. Makes the count 2-2. Throw to first. Keeps the runner honest. But she's safe at first. And Grodsky will foul that one off into the parking lot as well. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not the parking lot over there. That's the lower fields over at the middle school. Had this been on the baseball field, it would have been in the parking lot. That's hit right to Schaefer. Schaefer with the throw to first. That's in time. 1 out, and runners will hold on second and third. So 2 outs on the board and 2 runners on base at second and third. Next up to bat for the Ravens will be Caroline Kapferer. Kapferer hits the first pitch, drives a run home, second run going home as well. Kapferer is going to go for second. So she'll get a double out of that and 2 RBIs as the Ravens take the lead in this game 2-0 over the Cardinals. Next up to bat for the Ravens, it's Lucy Caruso. Caruso shows bunt. That does not happen. I would have thought that would have been called strike 1. Caruso back in the batter's box. Here's the pitch. She'll pop that one up in the air. And Cardinals make the catch to close out the top of the inning. So we'll take a quick break and be right back for the bottom of the second inning as the Cardinals will be coming up to bat.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Lexi Lopez back out on the mound for the Robbinsville Ravens. First batter she'll face is Cardinals batter Emma Dobkin. Dobkin has shown herself over the past couple seasons to be a very competent hitter. First pitch to Dobkin. It's going to be low and outside for ball 1. That's even further off the mark. Ball 2. Dobkin at the ready. Here's the pitch. Check swing, and that goes by for strike 1. Called strike makes it a 2-1 count now to Dobkin. Another ball makes it a 3-1 count as we heard some good support from the Cardinal dugout for Emma Dobkin. Check swing, and it's a full count now to Dobkin. Swing and a miss, and Dobkin will head back to the dugout to rest up for her next stint on the mound. That'll bring up Madison Spiteri batting for the Cardinals. Couple practice swings there for Spiteri, and she'll step into the batter's box. That was just a little low. Ball 1. Looks like Spiteri wants to put one over the fence. Here comes the next pitch. And it's a grounder right to Spiteri. Throw to first is in time, and that's going to be out number 2 for the Cardinals. That will bring up Annabelle Hogger batting next for the Cardinals. Hogger's at the ready. Here's the pitch. That one goes by for called strike number 1. Lopez with the pitch. And Hogger hits that one right to Lopez. And she'll once again make the throw to first to put the Cardinals away 1-2-3. We'll take another break and be right back with the top of the 3rd inning as the Ravens will be coming up to bat.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Bailey Schaefer back out on the mound for the Cardinals. First batter she'll face is Katie Murphy. Cardinals just finishing their warm-up right now. Couple of practice swings there for Murphy as well. And it looks like we're about ready to get started. Now Murphy steps into the batter's box. Schaefer with a pitch. That one's off the mark just a little bit. Ball 1. That one's in there for a called strike. Makes the count 1-1 to Murphy. Schaefer with a pitch. That one's bounced right past Schaefer. Throw to first is there in time. Out number 1. Next up to bat for the Ravens will be Juliana Amoroso. Amoroso steps into the batter's box. And Schaefer sends one across for a called strike. Schaefer with the pitch. That one's going to be low for ball 1. 1-1 the count now to Amoroso. Amoroso fires that one past third base. Well, that looked like it was foul, but they're playing as if it was in. And Amoroso will make it all the way to second for a double. Next up to bat for the Ravens will be Tulin Ali. One out on the boards. And Schaefer's pitch is knocked out of the park there by Ali. Not completely out of the park, but enough to drive a run home. And she'll leg it out for a triple. Yeah, she looks pumped up about that one. So triple and an RBI for Ali. And that will bring back Lexi Lopez batting for the Ravens. Lopez gets a hold of the first pitch and sends that one out towards the outfield. Runner comes home, but Lopez will hold up at first for a single. Next up will be Aubrey Sagar, but it looks like a conference at the mound already. So we'll take a quick break and be right back with more softball action.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
And Schaefer's going to remain on the mound for the Cardinals. Sagar singled her last time at bat. First pitch. That's going to be outside for ball one.
204, 204.
Ball two. 2-0 the count now to Sagar. Sagar back in the batter's box. Here's the pitch. And a throw to first. It's there in time, and it's going to be out number 2 against the Ravens. Celebration going on out there by the Cardinals. But Sagar still at the plate with a 3-0 count. Here's the pitch. Yeah, apparently the scoreboard's off a little bit. Now here's a pitch. Called strike. Makes it a 3-1 count to Sagar. Called strike number 2 makes it a full count to Sagar. Schaefer potentially one pitch away from getting out of this inning. And she does it. Strikeout for Sagar. So we'll take a quick break and be right back with the bottom of the third inning as your Lawrence Cardinals will be coming up to bat.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Lopez back out on the mound for the Ravens. Cardinals trailing by 4. First batter up will be Grace Taliska. Taliska lets that one go by for ball 1. Next pitch to Taliska. And that one's a called strike. Lopez with the pitch. Check swing, and that will go by for called strike number 2. Taliska goes down swinging. That will bring up our current pitcher, Bailey Schaefer. First pitch to Schaefer. Ball 1. Schaefer back at the ready. Swing and miss for Schaefer. That'll make it a 1-1 count. Schaefer lets that one go by low for ball 2 to make it a 2-1 count. That was in there for a called strike. As Lopez not wasting much time firing off those pitches. Now Schaefer back in the batter's box. Here comes the pitch. And Lopez bounces that one over towards third. The throw to first is there in time. And Schaefer will head back to the dugout. 2 outs on the board. And Katie Schneider will be coming up to bat next for the Cardinals. First pitch to Schneider. She'll foul that one off for strike one. Lopez with the pitch. Swing and a miss for Schneider is going to be strike number two. That one's low for a ball. Makes the count 1-2 now to Schneider. And that's in there for a called strike, and that will do it for inning number 3.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Welcome to the top of the 4th inning as the Robbinsville Ravens will be coming up to bat. Bailey Schaefer out on the mound for the Cardinals. And Ariana Tomlinson will be stepping up to the plate as the first batter for the Ravens. And she ropes that one out into the outfield for a single. Next up for the Ravens will be Jordan Grodsky. Grodsky was thrown out at first her last time at bat. Schaefer with the pitch. It's a grounder up the middle. And runner safe at first. So single for Grodsky, and runners now on both first and second for the Ravens. Cardinals call a timeout, so we'll take a quick break and be right back with more varsity softball action from Lawrence.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Emma Dobkin will be taking over the pitching duties for the Cardinals. First batter she'll face is Caroline Kepfer. Kepfer in the batter's box. Dobkin with the pitch. Ball one. That's going to be inside for ball two. Check swing, but that one goes by for a called strike. Makes it a 2-1 count now to Kepfer. That's going to go by for ball three, advancing the count to 3-1. Swing and a miss, and it's a full count now to Kepfer. Check swing, and that's a called ball. Kepfer is going to take the base on a walk. That will bring up Lucy Caruso, who struck out her last time at bat. Swing and a miss for strike one. That's in there for a called strike number two. That pitch a little high. Base runner scores from third. And runner advances to third. Makes the score now 5-0 in favor of the Ravens. Here's the pitch. And that's in for a called strike as Dobkin gets the better measure of Caruso. Next up will be Katie Murphy. Murphy was thrown out at first her last time at bat. Another called strike as Dobkin's really hurling him in there. Swing and a miss for strike two. Just a little off. Ball one. Makes it a 1-2 count now to Murphy. Murphy gets a piece of that one, sends it out towards the outfield. But that'll be caught for an out. 2 outs on the board now, and Juliana Amorosa will be coming up to bat. Amorosa doubled her last time at bat. Called strike on Amoroso. Dobkin with the pitch. Check swing, and it's called strike number 2. Dobkin potentially one pitch away from closing out this half of the inning. But instead, it's going to be a grounder. Throw to first is there in time, and that will do it for the top of the fourth. We'll take a quick break and then be back with the bottom of the fourth when the Cardinals will be coming up to bat next.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Lexi Lopez back out on the mound to start off the bottom of the fourth inning. First batter she'll face is Hope Lestitian. Lestitian struck out in her first time at bat today. She'll be looking to improve on that. First pitch to Lestitian. She goes for the bunt, and that goes by for a called strike. Here's the next pitch. Another attempted bunt and another strike. That one looked a little low. Lopez with the pitch. Swing and a miss, and Lestitian's going to head back to the dugout. Coming up to bat for the Cardinals, it's Peyton Valentino. Valentino struck out her last time at bat. She'll be looking to improve on that. First pitch is bunted. That's going to go out of bounds. Strike one. Valentino back at the ready. Here's the pitch from Lopez. That's going to be high for ball one. 1-1 the count now to Valentino. Another bunt from Valentino. Throw to first is there in time, and Valentino will head back to the dugout. That'll bring up Zoe Hartman. In her previous time at bat today, she was thrown out at first after getting a piece of the ball. First pitch to Hartman. Called strike. Lopez with the pitch. And Hartman belts that one right up the middle, and the throw to first is going to be in time. So 3 up and 3 out for the Cardinals. That's going to move us into the top of the 5th inning, where the Robbinsville Ravens will be coming up to bat.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Dobkin back out on the mound to start the 5th inning. First batter she'll face is Tulane Ali. Ali steps into the batter's box. Dobkin looks her over. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. That's how you want to start an inning. Next pitch. And it's an 0-2 count. Dobkin starting off strong in this inning. Check swing, ball 1. One and 2 the count now. Here's the pitch. And that one's hit right to the third baseman for an easy out. That will bring up Ravens pitcher Lexi Lopez. Lopez has singled twice today. Here's the first pitch. It's going to be high for ball 1. And ball 2. Ball 3. Dobkin with the pitch. And it looks like Lopez is going to take the base on balls today. That'll bring up Aubrey Sauger. In her 2 previous attempts at bat, she got a single and then struck out. Check swing, ball 1. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 1-1 the count now to Sauger. She's going to foul that one off for strike 2. Makes it a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low for a ball. Makes it a 2-2 count now to Sauger. Dobkin delivers. Swing and a miss, and Sauger heads back to the dugout. That'll bring up Ariana Tomlinson, who's got a pair of singles to her credit today. Tomlinson steps into the batter's box. Dobkin with the pitch. And that goes by for called strike number 1. Dobkin looks her over. Here comes the pitch. Called strike number 2. Two outs, 2 strikes on the board. Dobkin with the pitch. And that one's going to be popped up in the air and caught for the 3rd out. So that will retire the Ravens and bring up the Cardinals for the bottom of the 5th inning.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
And we're back for the bottom of the 5th inning. Cardinals coming up to bat. Lexi Lopez out on the mound pitching for the Ravens. First batter up is going to be Emma Dobkin. Last time at the plate, Dobkin struck out. A little uncharacteristic for her. She lets that one go by for ball 1. Lopez with the pitch. It's going to be low for ball 2. Swing and a miss for Dobkin. Makes it a 2-1 count. That'll be ball 3 for a 3-1 count.
Try it now. Let's go.
Lopez with the pitch. Swing and a miss for Dobkin. That'll be strike 2. Makes it a full count to Dobkin. Dobkin pops that one up in the air, but it drifts foul. Count will remain 3-2. A full count to Dobkin as she returns back to the batter's box. Lopez with the pitch. And Dobkin's going to take the base with a walk. In the top of the 5th, Dobkin had walked Lopez. Looks like Lopez just returned the favor. Now Madison Spiteri coming up to the plate to bat for the Cardinals. Her previous at bat, she was thrown out at first. She'd like to get on base and advance Dobkin to second, or better. First pitch goes by for a called strike. That was going to be high for ball 1. 1-1 the count now to Spiteri. Check swing, and that one goes by very low for ball 2. Lopez with the pitch. And Spiteri fouls that one off. Looked like it might have gone off her foot. She's going to have to walk that one off. But that advanced the count to 2-2.
Make sure a 1 here. Make sure a 1.
Yeah, it looks like she's signaling that it went off of her shin. But she's walking a little better now as she heads back over to the batter's box. Practice swings. And Spiteri is going to be ready to go here. Lopez with the pitch. And Spiteri shoots that one way out toward the outfield. And that will be caught for an out. That will bring up Annabelle Hogger, who was thrown out at first her last time at bat. First pitch to Hogger. That's low for ball one. Attempted steal, and she's safe. So Dobkin able to steal second. Trying to make something happen here for the Cardinals. Next pitch to Hogger. That's going to be high for a ball. 2-0 the count now to Hogger. Lopez perhaps showing signs of fatigue, having been out there all game. Here's the next pitch. That pitch is in there for a called strike. 2-1 the count now to Hogger. Hogger launches that one, but it's going to drift foul. That brings the count to 2-2. Lopez with the pitch. And Hogger puts that one past the infielders. And she'll get, there's error on the throw. Well, 1 run scored. Hogger tried to go for the home run and was tagged out at home plate. But a good hit there by Hogger. That'll bring up Grace Taliska, who struck out in her last time at bat. Foul tip there, but that'll count as strike one. Umpire checking to make sure the base is clear. The home plate is clear. And he's happy with it. So we'll go back to the game. Here's the next pitch. That one's low for ball one. 1-1 the count now to Taliska. That one goes by for a called strike. Taliska sends that one down the third base line, but it's going to bounce foul. Count remains 1-2 to Taliska. Check swing, and that'll be ball two. 2-2 the count now to Taliska. Here's the pitch. She's going to foul that one off, and the count will remain 2-2. Taliska back in the batter's box. Lopez with the pitch. Check swing, and that will be called ball three. It's now a full count to Taliska. And Taliska bounces one through the infield. Throw to first is in time, and she'll be thrown out for the final out of the inning. We'll take a break and be right back with the top of the sixth inning as the Robbinsville Ravens will be coming up to bat next.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Dobkin back out on the mound to start the 6th inning. First batter she'll face Jordan Grotsky. Grotsky, in her 2 times at bat today, has been thrown out and got a single. And looks like we're ready to get started. Grotsky steps into the batter's box. Dobkin delivers the first pitch. It's going to be high for ball 1. Next pitch to Grotsky. Much like the first, ball 2. Check swing, that's going to be ball 3. Three and 0, the count now to Grotsky. As Dobkin getting off to a little slower start this inning. Here's the pitch. And Grotsky will take the base on balls. That will bring up Carolyn Kepferer. She hit a double earlier in the game and last time up got a walk. First pitch. That's high for ball 1. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 1-1 the count now to Kepfer. Kepfer gets a piece of that one, launches it up in the air. Oh, and it's not caught. Here's a throw to second, and that's going to catch the runner. So Kepfer gets a single, but forced out at second. 1 out on the board for the Cardinals. Now we'll bring up Lucy Caruso, who's struck out both of her times at bat today. First pitch. That's going to be high for ball 1. Quick little communication, and we'll get right back into the game. Dobkin with the pitch. And the bunt is good. Nope, it's being called back by the umpire. Rolls foul. That will count as a strike. 1-1 the count now to Caruso. Pitch is high. Oh, and the throw to first is not good, but backed up. Runner remains at first. 2-1 the count now to Caruso. This bunt stays in. Throw to first is there in time. Runner advances to second. They'll bring up Katie Murphy. She's gotten a piece of the ball every time she's come up to the plate. But she was thrown out at first once and popped one up in the air for another out. Yet to get on base. Strike 1 against Murphy. Dobkin with the pitch. That one bounces by for a ball. Runner holds at second. It's going to be low for ball two. 2-1 the count now to Murphy. Dobkin with the pitch. And that was a wild pitch. Runner advances to third. Advances the count to 3-1 for Murphy. Two outs on the board. Runner on third. And a grounder up the middle. Here's the throw to first. And that will be the third out of the inning. Cardinals will be coming up to bat next, right after this break.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Bottom of the sixth inning. Lopez out on the mound for the Ravens. Cardinals coming up to bat. First batter will be Bailey Schaefer. Her previous at bat today, she was thrown out at first. Lopez with the pitch. Schaefer jumps back and lets that one go by for ball one. Check swing, but that one goes by for ball one. I'm sorry, strike one. 1-1 the count now to Schaefer. Schaefer back in the batter's box. Here comes the pitch from Lopez. That one rolls by for ball two. 2-1 the count now to Schaefer.
Defense be ready, defense ready.
Here's the pitch. Check swing, and that goes by for a called strike to make it a 2-2 count. Check swing. Call is that's the ball. Makes it a full count now to Schaefer. Check swing. Nope. That's called a strike. And Schaefer is headed for the dugout. First out on the board, and Katie Schneider will come up to bat next for the Cardinals. Schneider struck out her last time at bat. Swing and a miss for strike one. That was a bit of a low pitch there. Schneider's going to foul that one off towards the lower fields for strike two.
Go, kid, don't waste any. Let's go.
0-2 the count now to Schneider. And she sends it over past the third baseman for an easy single. Cardinals with one runner on base. Now we'll bring back Hope Lestitian, who has struck out both times at bat today. She'll be looking to improve on that. Hopefully advance Schneider around the bases.
Watch the go.
First pitch to Lestitian. She lets that one go for ball one. Lestitian, the left-handed batter. Strike one. She's got an interesting batting technique where she actually runs towards the ball as she's getting ready to hit it. 1-2 the count now to Lestitian. Here's the pitch. And Lestitian will go down swinging. 2 outs charged to the Cardinals, and Peyton Valentino will be coming up to bat next. In her 2 previous attempts, she struck out once and was thrown out at first. Getting a little bit of direction from the coach. And now Valentino will head over toward the batter's box.
Go. Good cover on this, right?
Lopez with the pitch. Check swing, but that one goes by for strike 1. Valentino shows bunt. Here's the throw to first. That'll be in time, and that will retire the Cardinals for the 6th inning. That'll move us toward the 7th inning, where the Robbinsville Ravens will be coming up to bat next.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Welcome to the top of the 7th inning, final inning here for this game. And out on the mound, Emma Dobkin still pitching for the Cardinals. First batter she'll face is Juliana Amoroso. Amoroso doubled early in the game and then was thrown out at first her next time at bat. She gets a hold of the first pitch and sends it out towards the outfield. That's going to be good for a single. Next up to bat for the Ravens will be Tulene Ali. Ali got a triple early in the game and then a pop fly that was caught for an out. She'll send that one out towards the outfield. That drops in between the fielders. That's good for another single and advances a runner to second. Ravens off to a good start this inning. Next up to the bat for the Ravens will be Lexi Lopez, pitcher for the Ravens. She's got a pair of singles and a walk. And a strike.
104, 104.
Dobkin looking her over. Here comes the pitch. That was bunted up in the air. Drifts foul. Strike 2 for Lopez. Dobkin with the pitch. That one's also hit up in the air. And it drifts too far foul for a play over the fence. Count will remain 0-2 to Lopez. That one goes by for ball 1. 1-2 the count now to Lopez. Dobkin delivers. That's low for ball 2. Makes it a 2-2 count now to Lopez. Dobkin with the pitch. That's high and wild. Runners are going to advance to second and third. And we've got a full count to Lopez. Dobkin fouls that one off, Lopez fouled that one off to stay alive. Still full count. Still runners on second and third. Dobkin with the pitch. And that will be a walk for Lopez. Base is now loaded. Pinch runner coming in, take the place of Lopez. Let her rest up for her next pitching stint. Next batter for the Ravens will be Aubrey Sugar. Cigar got a single early in the game and then struck out her last 2 attempts. First pitch to Cigar, swing and a miss for strike 1. That's strike 2 for Cigar. Now, here's the pitch. That one's going to be high for ball 1. 1-2 the count now to Cigar. Dobkin with the pitch. That makes it a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And it's a full count to Cigar as another ball is called. Cigar fouls that one off. Stay alive at a full count of 3-2. Dobkin with a pitch. That one's also fouled off. It goes over the fence and is caught by one of the fans who generously returns the ball. Count still 3-2. Dobkin sends it in, and Sauger sends it out. That's going to be caught for an out. Runner steals home. Makes the score 6-1 in favor of the Ravens. Next up will be Ariana Tomlinson. She's got a pair of singles and a pop fly for an out. Check swing, but that goes by for strike 1. Next pitch to Tomlinson. That check swing results in a ball call, so 1-1 count now to Tomlinson. That's in there for a called strike. 1-2 the count now to Tomlinson. And Tomlinson can't get the check swing stopped in time, and she'll go down swinging. Strikeout for Tomlinson will bring up Grodzki to bat for the Ravens. Grodzki's gotten on base twice today, once with a single, once with a walk, and was thrown out at first once. Pinch runner going in for the runner on second. And now Grodzki steps into the batter's box. First pitch from Dobkin. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Nice lead on the release, right? Nice lead on the release. Back up,
Next pitch to Grodzki. That's going to be fouled off for strike 2. 2 outs and 2 strikes. Dobkin could use another strike here. Instead, that's going to be low for ball 1 to make it a 1-2 count to Grodzki. Grodzki gets a piece of that one, launches it out towards the outfield. That's going to fall fair. Runners going. We got 2 in. The throw gets away, and Grodzki is going to steal home. Make it a 9-1 lead for the Ravens. So bases are cleared. And next batter to step up to the batter's box for the Ravens is Caroline Kepfer, who's gotten on base every time she's come up to bat today with a single, a double, and a walk. First pitch is fouled off for strike 1. That pitch is high for ball 1. 1-1 the count now to Kepfer. Yeah, apparently a loose shoelace there for Kepfer. And now she's ready to go back over toward the batter's box. Dobkin with a pitch. Swing and a miss for Kepfer. And it's quickly a 1-2 count. Dobkin delivers. Check swing for a ball. Makes it a 2-2 count. Swing and a miss, and Kepfer goes down swinging. That'll end the top of the 7th. We'll be going to the bottom of the 7th as the Cardinals will be coming up to bat for the final time today.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Bottom of the 7th inning. Cardinals' last chance to keep this game going. They need to score at least 8 runs just to move it into overtime. Zoe Hartman will be the batter leading off for this inning. She's been thrown out at first twice today and looking to do better than that. First pitch to Hartman, bounces by for ball 1. Lopez with the pitch. And it's a grounder by Hartman. She makes it to first, and it's a single for Hartman. Runner on base for the Cardinals.
Hey, get it out here. Let's go. Get it out.
That'll bring back Emma Dobkin. She struck out once today, but got on base with a walk last time up. That one's low and wide for ball 1.
Okay, let's go, kid.
Lopez with the pitch. That's ball 2. Wild pitch, and it's going to be a stolen base for Hartman, who makes it over to second. 3 balls on the board. 3-0 count to Dobkin. Here's the pitch. Dobkin's going to foul that one off for strike 1. Three and 1 count. And Dobkin steps back in the batter's box, ready for the next pitch. That one rolls by for a ball 4, and Dobkin's going to take the base on balls again for another walk. So Cardinals now with runners on first and second. Next up to bat for the Cards will be Madison Spiteri, who's gotten a piece of the ball each time. She was thrown out at first and popped one up in the air that was caught for an out. First pitch to Spiteri, ball 1. Stolen base by the Cards. Runners now at first and third. That was going to be low for a ball. 1-1 to count now to Spiteri.
I don't care about the runner on third. Give me an out. Let's go.
Hartman in scoring position. And it's a called strike against Spiteri. Makes it a 1-2 count. That one rolls by for ball 2. Advances the count to 2-2. And Spiteri ropes one out towards the outfield. That's caught for an out. But Hartman able to steal home to put another run on the board for the Cardinals. That'll bring up Annabelle Hogger. Her last time at bat, she had an RBI and was tagged out trying to steal home. That pitch is low for ball 1. Yeah, Hogger easily had a triple and tried to go for the home run. That one's in there for strike 1. 1-1 to count now to Hogger. Hogger bounces one over the pitcher. That's a single, and runner advances to second. Cardinals coming alive here in the 7th inning. That'll bring up Grace Taliska. Taliska has yet to get on base today. She's hoping to now. And she ropes one right through the infield. Throw to third gets there in time to catch the runner. But it's a single for Taliska. Now coming up to bat for the Cardinals, it's Bailey Schaefer. Schaefer looking for her first time on base today. First pitch goes by low for ball 1. Lopez with the pitch. And that's going to be a called strike against Schaefer. Makes the count 1-1. Swing and a miss for Schaefer. Strike 2. Next pitch to Schaefer. And she gets a piece of that. Bounces through the infield. And gets away. Error there. That actually got a run home. And Cardinals with 2 runners on base, first and second. A good effort there by Schaefer. Next up is Katie Snyder. Snyder pops the first one foul for strike 1 as she gets a piece of it. Schneider fouls that one off for strike 2. Now Schneider will head back over to the batter's box. Lopez with the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that's going to do it as the Robbinsville Ravens are victorious today with a score of 9-3 over your Lawrence Cardinals. Thank you to Leandro Pascal for working camera for this event, and thank you all for watching. Be sure to tune in again next time for more exciting Cardinal sports action on LTPS TV.